Hi, I'm Rick Farland from Hyde Tools, and we're at the Hyde Tools demo lab. And what we're going to do today is we're going to do a small household project. We've got a nail hole or we've got a small hole in our drywall that we want to fix. So we're going to use a small amount of spackle. We're going to use a value series 1.5" flexible joint knife. And I'm going to show you how this task is done. It's very simple, and it shouldn't take too much time to get a professional looking job. So right now what we're going to do is we're going to open up the small amount of spackle that we have. An 1.5" will fit nicely into this container. We're going to make sure that it's mixed a little bit so you don't get just the residue on the top. You need a very small amount to do what we're doing here. And all we're going to do is try to fill this hole. Now that's enough. Now, all you need to do is fill that hole, maybe a little bit of excess on the outside, because what we're going to do is let that dry for about a day and then come back and do a little sanding job, and we'll probably have to put a second coat after that point. But it only takes a few minutes. Now, on the second hole we have here, this is more of a project. Looks like something smacked the wall, whether it was a door handle or a kid's toy or whatever it was. And what we're going to do is start with a patch. And now the patch we're going to use should make sense with the size of the hole that you have. Right here, what we're using is a 4" patch. And we're going to take the patch, we're going to cover the hole. And it's adhesive, so you just press it into place. Make sure you seat it well. Make sure you push it in good right around where the hole is. And the next thing we're going to do is we're going to take our 1.5" flexible knife again, and we're going to take some spackle material out, and we're just going to apply it around the edges to begin. And it doesn't have to be very precise at this point. We're just going to try to apply some mud. As you can see, I'm not taking much time and making it look smooth or perfect. We're just applying some product so that we can then go in and smooth it out with a bigger knife. Make sure you cover the edges so you've got some on the wall. There we go, sufficiently covered. Now I'm going to take my 6" joint knife, which has a nice flex to it, as you can see here. And this is not considered a professional product. This is considered a homeowner, one-task type product. And what we're going to do with this is we're just going to cover over the edges so we've got a smooth finish. You can see how much easier that is with the 6" than it was with the 1.5". We're going to wipe off the excess material. And pretty much that's what we're going to do. We're going to leave it just like that. If you look over here, you'll see the step afterwards, and that's what happens when you've let it dry for a day. And once you do that, I'll show you how we're going to handle that as well. We're going to add some spackling material. We'll use our 1.5" to get it out of the small container. We're going to put some on, maybe a little, not that much, but we'll put a small amount of material on here. Make sure you cover the edges. And then we're going to use our 6" knife again. And we're going to apply pressure to the outside edge, not so much on the middle. So as you come across, it's pulling from the edges, but it's leaving the material in the center. And the big thing we want to do here is we want to avoid a big mound. You don't want a bump or a mound in the middle of your patch. You want everything to appear smooth. So that's why we'll continue to do this until we've cleared away enough material that you're comfortable. We still have material covering the whole patch, and it won't show through, but not too much that we cause a mound. And so we'll leave this for about a day, and then we'll come back, and if you look right here to your right, you can see this is a step that we took yesterday. So now that you can see it's smoothed over, and we'll use a small amount of sandpaper or sanding sponge and just touch up the edges, and that'll pretty much complete your project.